Okay, welcome to it. It's DMac SMaK for September 30th, 2025. A huge win by the Broncos, 28-3 over the Bengals. And boy, did they look like the Bengals. We have some amazing stats and amazing numbers. We'll hear from Sean Payton and Bo Nix and J.K. Dobbins. Plus, your moment of zen comes with a offensive lineman getting some shine, which I got to admit is a strange new trend. I'm all for it. I just don't quite get it, but whatever. We're brought to you by our great friends at Journey Spice, and Journey Spice is the best. You just hit up this QR code, and it'll take you right to Amazon.com, where you can enjoy the deliciousness. I mean, what do I have here? I got pizza seasoning, I got za'atar, savory garlic herb, Tuscan seasoning. Let me move my lovely card for my wife. Mediterranean herb blend, Moroccan spice rub. So many great. Even the KC rub is, it's KC, but it's really, really good. If you want to make your meals taste better and you want to do better for the environment, it's Journey Spice. Flavor in, plastic out. More from our great friends at Journey Spice in just a little bit. Okay, everything was about the identity for the Broncos. Who is this team and what do they really want to be? And this is where, you get into some weird situations. Like, what is going on? Let's just start with Bo Nix. Now, listen, by the numbers, and we'll get into all sorts of numbers here today, but by the numbers, Bo Nix was absolutely outstanding. Bo Nix, in terms of throwing, was 29 of 42. That's really good. 326 yards, 7.8 per, a couple touchdowns, bad interception. One of the, there was the multiple penalties on Luke Wattenberg and the one interception. Other than that, this game was pretty clean. Bo had 6 rushes for 7 yards. That's not a big deal, but he did have a touchdown run as part of that, which was cool. 6-yard gain. Good for you, Bo, picking it up. Should have done that on the interception, but again, whatever. And when you look at Jake Browning, I mean, it was pathetic. 14 of 25 for 125 yards and 10,000 memes about how terrible he is, but how beautiful his girlfriend is. And that's the Jake Browning story. Here is Bo talking about getting in the right rhythm.
Well, it was important. I think just running the ball efficiently really helped. We stayed out of third and long, and, we were first down, second down, first down. So didn't have many. I mean, we had a few third downs, but it wasn't a third down game. We weren't just sitting in third down all day. So that helps. And then, run the ball is great for the offense.
Yeah, Bo was he was on it. It was fantastic. Good for Bo. Good for the team. Good for everybody. It was great. Thank you, Bo. You're doing awesome. Meanwhile, there was a lot of noise. Hey, I was giving Bo a lot of noise. He had not played well in the first 3 games. He didn't have a great training camp. It was just not consistent enough. That's for sure. Here's Bo on putting that noise behind him.
Well, there's always going to be noise, I'm sure, after this, when people are going to have a lot, that they want to see us fix or whatever. But so there's always noise. There's always ways to improve. And it's a little bit better of a feeling once you win the game, watching it again and fixing those mistakes because, you won. The last few weeks have stunk because you lose the game and there's so much that you missed, there's so many opportunities you had. So it's a lot better on the winning side, but we know it's the same type of mentality and mindset to go out there and get better.
Good for Bo, man. Good for Bo. He was great. I got no beefs with Bo today. Way to go, Bo. You're the guy. I'm screwing around my screens here, just trying to get everything all right. All right. Well, first podcast. Yeah. Meanwhile, there was some weird stuff like at the end of the half that you might have seen, which was listen, the Broncos weren't even trying for a touchdown at the end of the first half. They weren't, which is crazy, right? They were trying to just, clock the ball and kick the field goal. But instead, Bo explains how that actually went.
It was an interesting situation there at the end because we had a good plan and then they got the penalty. And that kind of threw us off a little bit as far as, if the clock was going to continue to run. And, after that, It was down, I think, 13 seconds, and so you got to really hurry to. That's about as that and 12 is about as low as you want to go to catch the ball in bounds and clock it. So, we decided to get a play to the end zone, and with the personnel we had out there, we just had to make it work. But the guys, it was impressive to see the guys kind of make it work, and wasn't what I think he imagined or planned, but it worked out in our favor.
Yeah, no doubt. Great job by Bo. Great job by Cortland Sutton. And at 21-3, this game was, I mean, come on. It was toast. Let's face it was toast. There were bigger things going on, too. Listen, by the numbers, the Broncos should have blown out the Bengals. And they did. They did exactly what they should have done. Now, establishing who you want to be, that is absolutely critical. Having that identity, and you want to have some sort of balance between, of course, running and throwing the ball. Yesterday, 42 passing attempts, 38 running attempts, 6 by Bo, so I don't know if you want to throw those out. But look at Dobbins, 16 carries for 101 yards. RJ Harvey, 14 carries for 58. So we'll get to the significance of that here in a second. But yeah, the identity is being established.
Yeah. I mean, look, obviously, early in the season, all 31 other teams are really working to figure out who they are. We're no different, but it certainly was a step in the right direction. And I would say that there were a lot of things that we were able to do tonight that hopefully can carry over. Now we changed quickly to a team that just finished winning the Super Bowl. So we'll enjoy this one and then get back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a quirky situation that you do turn this around so fast into a more serious opponent. So you don't take any team lightly. But if you couldn't have done what you did to this version of the Bengals, that would have been kind of ridiculous, but they did. They did do it, and they did new things. And this is probably why Sean Payton is 6'7", mid in September, and pretty great in October. And I know he said, well, let's just pretend it's October. I'm like, no, you can still pretend it's September because you're a 500 coach in September for your career. But in terms of October, Sean Payton's record is fabulous. Even with maybe a loss to the Eagles, you have the Jets in England, the Giants at home, and then Dallas. Not easy by any stretch, but a great opportunity to be 3-1 in the month of October, which would put you 5-3. And hey, why not pull up the upset over the Eagles? So the ability to do different things, and they did. They adjusted things.
One thing we did different tonight, there were certain tags that put either one in, but we gave them serious. One thing we did different tonight, there were certain tags that put either one in, but we gave them series. And I think that helped both of them. We're certainly is easier to call plays, and both of them got in good rhythms. There were hard-fought yardage. I thought, those guys both ran hard. I thought we blocked them well. We pushed them well. And so we'll look at the film, but it was good to have a 100-yard rusher. It was good to run. I don't know how many attempts we had, but that typically happens with a big lead. I'd love to have that many rushing attempts, but it's usually a byproduct of.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was great. And the 100-yard rushing thing was fascinating. The last time the Broncos had a 100-yard rusher was 38 games ago. It was Latavius Murray in a 31-28 win over the Chargers. 15 rushes for 103 yards, a touchdown, and a long of 25. That was the last game of the 2022 season. So, according to Sean, though, he wasn't aware of what was going on.
There, that one series with Dobbins. Are you aware of 100 yards? You try to get it?
No, I was not. In fairness, those things come up more at the end of the season, usually, where there are bonuses involved. or records, but I wasn't aware that. I just knew he was running well. I knew we were running the ball well. So it was his turn up. I think Patrick told me on the way into the tunnel. So all good.
Seems hard to believe, but we'll take the coach at his word. Meanwhile, Dobbins certainly knew what was going on. He knew 100 yards meant a
It
lot.
means a lot to me. I've been working really hard to get that, especially for Coach Payton. I know that means a lot to him as well. And the O-line was blocking incredible. I can't do it without those guys. So it's a great feeling, and maybe I can go back-to-back now.
JK.
Okay, well, fine. Meanwhile, he has no problem sharing the wealth with RJ Harvey.
It was very helpful. Coach Payton is the best. I love him, and he's always going to figure out ways to put us in the right position, not just the running backs, but everybody on the team. And so I appreciate him for doing that. And like I said, we're just going to keep getting better. We're going to figure it out. He's going to figure me out. He's going to figure the team out even more. And it's going to get better.
Okay. Well, we'll hopefully hold you to that word. We have some significant numbers with the Broncos, and we'll get to that in a second. Also, your moment of zen includes the offensive lineman with the trend that is different. Details on that in a second.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Love you, Journey Spice. Journey Spice, right there. Always right here for me. Always there for you. Just go to Amazon.com. Use the code GETSPICY and save yourself 10%. We'll get to the offensive lineman moment of zen in a second, but let me just hit you with some numbers. The Broncos outgained the Bengals 512 to 159. That's the most lopsided margin in the NFL this season. First down, Broncos 29, Bengals 9. The exact opposite of what happened last week against the Chargers. Time of possession, Broncos 37 minutes, 58 seconds. The Bengals 22:02. Wow. J.K. Dobbins, like I said, first runner over 100 yards in 38 straight games. How about the Broncos defense? They allowed the Bengals to score one play longer than 20 yards and 5 plays of 10-plus yards. Denver's offense had 5 plays of 20-plus yards and 21 plays of 10 yards. That is ridiculous. Pat Surtain against Jamar Chase. How'd that go? Not great for Chase. 1 reception for 8 yards over 13 coverage matchups with Jamar Chase. 0 receptions on 10 matchups in man coverage. Surtain has now matched up against Chase on 54 career routes, allowing 4 receptions for 34 yards. And he makes like a gajillion dollars a year. Jamar Chase, that is. How about this one? After the opening drive, the Bengals never took a snap on the Broncos side of the 50. Okay, you see where I'm going here? I mean, it was remarkable top to bottom. And what was bizarre, and yeah, I don't quite get it, and our good friend Connor McGahee showed us this, is there is some love for Alex Palesky and being announced as eligible. The crowd is going crazy for the announcements of Alex Palesky being eligible. There's signs made up, hand sort of whatever you call those things. So my guy, Scotty Gaines, who's great, got with Alex Palesky after the game was over to ask him about it.
3 plays, they say, number 63 is eligible, reporting eligible, and the stadium goes bananas. Do you enjoy that?
It's pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of it because I think I'm going to get a little slack from the offensive line from that. But I mean, it's pretty cool just to be able to have a little crowd roar, I guess. But
As an offensive lineman, has that ever happened to you in your life?
never whatsoever. You know, that's my biggest thing. I want to have zero recognition, so that's the opposite. But yeah.
People are saying that you were doing backflips trying to get the crowd to get crazy. Is that right?
Some sources have said that. I'm not going to elaborate on it, yes or no, but you guys will have to see. Yeah.
Alex, thanks so much.
Whatever works. So if that's a new thing, thumbs up. Broncos win big. We have all sorts of stuff to talk about. We didn't even get into Nuggets Media Day, so we'll deal with that as well. CU getting ready for we'll see how things go for CU, but we'll hear from Deion Sanders. Listen, we're ready for you from noon to 3, Columbus, Hastings, and DMac. We're talking about everything all day and reacting to it on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Thank you for Journey Spice. Thanks for checking out DMac SMaK. Good things, good day. I do have a quirky story about my wife, and that'll be its own video because yesterday was beyond bizarre. But that's going to be its own little thing. Maybe stick around and see if you can't see what that's about. Coming up soon. Okay, kick today in the teeth. We love you.